Well, hello, crafty friends. Today I thought I'd share with you some techniques I use to elevate my die cuts from my card kits. It's something I like to do when I have a little extra time and don't have to rush into making cards. First up, I'm going to use a very simple technique that I'm sure a lot of us have already seen and used ourselves, where I've grabbed a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, clear glitter pen, or you could use Wink Stella, and I've gone over the entire image to add that shine. I've also used a coloured Spectrum Noir pen in rose quartz to go over and deepen the colour of this piece of coral, which is hard to see. I'm sorry for the lighting there. Another technique is using some glitter glue and adding a nice rich coating of glitter to some of your die cuts. With this anchor, I've also used a hole punch to put a hole in the top. Here is the plain little seahorse. It's cute as it is, but I decided I wanted to see what it looked like if I cut out around the tail and made it cleaner there. And then I've taken my glue and added spots along his spine and down the side to give him some glitter detailing. I've then also chosen to go in with a clear Spectrum Noir glitter pen and go over the entire body and add in some detail there with the shine, and I like the way that looks. Then when it comes to adding dimension, I like to use the flower moulding tools, and if you have the tool-in-one by Spellbinders, it has 3 different ones you can use. So I've gone in and I've rounded the sides of the leaf, and then I've also used the smallest nib there to go through and add the veining into the leaf. And it really helps give that dimension and bring the leaves to life. This one again, I did a similar technique, and you can see in the back there where I've gone through and I've deepened the veining on there to make it pop in just a different way to the larger leaf. And here again, I've used the same small tool and gone through and added the main vein down the center and then some more of the detailing. Now, this is a little seagull, and I wanted to see what he would look like if I used the largest tool and just puffed him up a little bit so he wasn't so flat. The dimension's a little hard to see there. So this is the starfish. I've taken the tool and I've, on the back, rounded out his legs, and then in the center on the front, I've used the ball of the largest nib and pushed in the center there to give it dimension. I really like bringing these die cut flowers to life. If you look closely, you can see I've snipped between the stamen and the petal where it was attached, just so I could actually go in with that ball tool and have the ability to add that dimension. And having the stamen attached would have made it difficult to lift the stamen forward and drop the petals back. You can see here I've got a flat hibiscus alongside of one of the ones I've added dimensions to, and it really does make that hibiscus pop off the page when you use them. Here are some of the smaller hibiscus flowers, and I'm going to bring in an apricot one as well that I've gone in and added the dimension to, just so you can see that you can do the same technique on the smaller flowers and have that high impact result from using that little ball tool. Next up, I'm going to go in and I'm using some peel-offs here to jazz up my swim set, my togs, as we would say in Australia, and I've made it a nice stripy pattern. I've also used the same peel-offs down the centre of this surfboard and added a little glossy accents on the fin of the surfboard there. I wasn't sure what to call this one, but I've taken the centres from the tags that are in the die cuts and I've glued them onto my jug and then added a little bit of glossy accents just to give that jug a little bit of interest, and those dots or punch outs match perfectly back with everything in the kit. Here I have some large chunky glitter by Cosmic Shimmer. It's in a dark navy black colour. I've used their glitter glue and I've added it to the tail of the mermaid and the mermaid's bikini top. I then wanted to bring in and add some shimmer to the mermaid's tail and her hair, and I'm using some handmade holographic watercolours here. These are beautiful in the light, and when they're wet you can really see the holographic elements scintillate. It is stunning watercolour. I've taken the life preserver and I have also used the darkest blue in that watercolour set, and you can get a glimpse of that holographic glitter there. I've gone over that watercolour with some glossy accents just to make sure that watercolour is protected there and to really highlight and add dimension. In the white areas of the life preserver, I've gone ahead and used a white shimmer watercolour, and just to give it that dimension and to give it some sparkle there. And there you can see it in my well used and well loved watercolour pan. Next, I decided I would use my Posca pencils. Sorry for the glare, I kept trying to put it where it wasn't glaring and allow you to still see the colours, and I just couldn't get it in frame so that there wasn't the glare there. But any pencils you can use to go into your die cuts and add some detail. So I've taken the umbrella, this is it unaltered, and the one that I've altered, you can see I've added in the lines in the umbrella where the fabric would have stitching and have a natural fold. I also went around the handle of the umbrella and trimmed off some of the excess white card stock that was on there. I liked it better that way. And here I've taken my pencils and I've taken that black and white image and coloured it with the colours that will match back to the kit, just to give it a different look to having just black and white. I've also taken the other black and white photo print and used my pencils there to add some interest to it. So these Posca pencils are different to other pencils that I have. They have a creamier, more paint-like consistency. I do enjoy using them, but they do take a little bit to get used to. And I was just showing there the watercolour I used to go over the water part of the picture. For this shell, you can see I took a coral coloured pencil and added in some more shading to give it dimension. This is the seashell here, the cone seashell unaltered, and I come in with my coral coloured pencil and I add in some lines of detail around those curved areas. I've also taken my flower shaping tools and rub the back to puff up the shell and give it some more dimension. And I've also used a little bit of glossy accents along with some the Nouveau Dream Drops in the white to give it that highlight. Here's another seashell. I first grabbed my flower shaping tools and put a nice curve into the shell. I've then come along with two of my watercolors to give it that beautiful glisten. I've used the dark blue watercolors from the holographic set, and then I used an interference blue on the outside edge of it. Here's another shell, and with this shell I simply used the one colour, and again that darker navy holographic, and I've used a water brush to apply it and then just gently brush out that colour to get a lighter wash in parts. With this lovely seashell, I've taken the Nouveau Dream Drops, and because they are very small spots, I actually used a pin to dab on and manipulate the dream drops where I wanted it to go. This shell here I have curved with the flower shaping tool, watered down a little of the dream drops and made a pearlized watercolor to go over the white part of the shell, and then I've added in my glossy accents to give that opening of the shell the shine that they have in real life. Not to forget the lovely little speedboat. I've given it a little dimension with the flower shaping tools on the back and added in some glossy accent for the windows. My little scooter here, or Vespa, I have used two different sparkle pens here. So I've got the Spectrum Noir in the black sparkle, and I've used that on the wheels. And then I used a clear Spectrum Noir sparkle pen on the blue section of the scooter. And then when that was dry, and it's important that it's dry, I went back over top with my glossy accents to give it that beautiful shine. I think it looks really, really pretty. Next, I'm going to use that black sparkle pen again, along with my glossy accents, because I want to try and imitate how these cowrie shells look for real. And so I've taken the black Spectrum Noir sparkle pen and applied it, and before it was fully dried, I got my glossy accents and put a layer over top of them. And you can see the sparkle pen then mottles out to give you that effect that you would see in a real shell. I'm really pleased with the result. I think it looks much more interesting than a flat one. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching my little techniques there, and I hope you have a go at using them yourself. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again, and I'd love you to subscribe if you enjoyed watching today. Thanks very much, and bye-bye for now.